Let me tell you about Sloppy, man. This is he's got all kind of problems going on, man. I mean, for real. If you know anything about hip hop, you know anything about this industry, you know anything about just rap in general. Kendrick Lamar took his soul, and it's obvious, dog. I've just heard like full sneak songs, previews. His songs is already leaking out, bruh. That's how bad it is. Four songs already. He got some song, I think that's Cardi, and it's supposed to be like a something for the ladies, like a slow joint with Cardi, man. And it's like on some slow dance stuff. And I think it's got Jamie Foxx on there. Or I don't know if that's Jamie. I think it's just got like the sample, the auto tunes. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Then he's got another song where he's crying again about people that turned their back on him. It's like he just did this song called the what? What did I miss? How many? Damn! It's like every song is what did I miss? What did I miss? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's crazy. It's called Snow something, and that's crazy. And then he's got another song where it's some weird accent he's doing, where he's like, "Yo, I'm ready for the battle." Like it's got this crazy bass in there, and his audio is so muffled. Like I'm like, where did he record this at? I'm quite sure they're gonna fix it. I guess I'm listening to the song before it's even published, like polished or anything. You know, like this dude is so out of the game right now. He's done. Yeah, he's supposed to be a rap giant, and this dude, this whole project, the rollout is terrible. It looked like somebody who's just out of there. Last time I looked, you was right beside me. How can some people hate some pussies who tried me? What did I miss? Dog, that's the biggest L song ever. Like Kendrick never even has to mention this record. That's how bad it is. And he's so delusional. He don't even see it. It's crazy. Like the whole world is like that's been listening to this record is like, this has got to be the worst dog crap I've ever heard. And like everybody like, man, you just waiting to say, you know, something bad about Drake, man. You gotta give him some type of credit. Dog, I was thinking he was gonna come out with like swinging. I was like, okay, he didn't got out the bad songs. He gotta get back to the mix. He back to the same old, venting about what happened, about everybody turning on him and they ain't his friends no more. He's still crying about that. I'm like, damn, dog, you still on that? He has not moved off of that notion. He's still stuck there. And this fool was giddy up, dancing, doing all kind of silly goofiness. Yeah, some fair use act too. Fair use. So all of the sloppy songs that was played that I heard, it was about four songs. One is really short. One's like 2 minutes. He started talking about how his Atlanta and Toronto connects and how it's all linked up. Like, yo, my Atlanta and Toronto, I'm good. ATL still love me. You know, it's like really crazy. Like he's trying to like fight not like us. Like, oh, like, yeah, I go to Atlanta because I got love and I build flowers and, you know, like I plant money trees in Atlanta and all this stuff. So it's crazy. I'm just like, dog, it's over. You got nothing to talk about. He really don't. This album is a conjunction of him not having any creativity, nothing in him. He is just done. while Kendrick Lamar was making music, wasn't even focused on this bum. He's just exposed himself. I mean, everything he did was somebody else's. He started to try to look like French Montana. Went and got a beard and wanted to look like French to try to make himself look better. Because everybody was calling him Ugly Boy. He couldn't get no women. He was mad I got the #1 album. Why I can't get any other ladies? None of the industry girls would deal with me. They was like, cuz, dude, you ugly. You got to get you a beard to kind of cover your face up a little bit. And make them think maybe you look a little better. Chicks think you ugly. They was just being extra disrespectful, you know, like. Drake, not so much. But he wasn't worried about her. It was Lil Wayne. Wayne was the one that was disrespectful. So when me and Safari talked, that's what we was talking about. Cause they used to do that in front of his face. You know, flirt with Nicki. But Drake was the cool one. He was always the one that was laid back. You know, like, I'm happy to be here, Drake. You remember when they did the lap dance thing? Safari is sitting right there watching it. And she picked Drake for the lap dance. So she giving Drake the lap dance. Yeah. He take his hands and cover his face with it. Yeah. That's what you call natural. Dude. And I'm like, who is doing Drake rollout? Because if I heard 4 Drake songs today. And I know I can't play them because the copyright gods would be right on my head. But it's bad. He's not ready. Everybody thought like, man, you done put out like 40-some songs. Hoping one of them stick. And it ain't working. Meanwhile, he's suing K-Dot. He's suing everybody. Staging break-ins at his house in Toronto. But yet and still, he the victim. This album would be the biggest flop in Drake's career. Hands down. Even Drake fans are struggling to promote this song. That's how bad it was. I'm gonna hit up What's the Dirt and see what he thinks about this. What did I miss on? It's one of the worst songs Drake has made in a long time, and that's saying a lot coming from him, because he's put out a lot of garbage of late. Mm-hmm. I mean, what has he thought? He's like, he called K Dot a hater. K Dot's called himself a hater. He's like, look, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way you walk, the way you talk. I hate the way that you dress. You not hurting him by calling him no hater. He called K Dot a hater. Dude he put out a song that had no bars. I mean, no bars. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, when you start thinking about the best rappers in the game right now, Drake is not even in that conversation no more. Drake is dissing LeBron James, which I just find funny. Somebody called him the John Cena of rap. I'm like, John Cena was writing his own rhymes. You can't call him that. Mm-hmm. They never see it that way. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, well, you will get your medicine handed to you in a jar. Future make better records. If this was your first rollout song, you don't have the right team behind you. Mm-hmm. Drake has put out 40 some odd songs. All of them songs combined can cannot beat one song with Kendrick and SZA. All of them songs combined cannot beat Not Like Us. Imagine 40 songs and in two songs, he's totally eviscerated your entire catalog in 2024 and 2025. Think of every artist that lost a rap battle. No one lost a battle like Drake. He doing and dropping more Iceman stuff. He got a weak ass beef with French for no reason. With Drake trying to kiss his ass behind the scene and get back cool with French. He gonna try to kiss back up with Future. Watch what I tell you. Because he need Pluto. See, I know how Drake think and how he operates. See, when somebody know that they phony, they gonna want to push that envelope and take it to another plateau. Watch, you'll see. These dudes, they ain't worth the paper they printed on. You gonna see what these dudes are made of. When the Clips drop their album, watch what happened to Sloppy. Before Dot, that wouldn't have been the case. I mean, him and Metro had some words before, over some album stuff, but it never got to this level. With Pluto feeling like, man, you probably was just a hater the whole time. I just didn't know it. When Drake released that song, first thing he said, like, he ain't spoke about the Drake beef really. He just put it out on Twitter and said, I'm going to choose being a real one over anything. Which seems to be a shot directly at Champagne Sloppy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was right after the song dropped. Future posted on Twitter and just said, I will always rather be a real one than anything else. Mm-hmm. Well, when people start celebrating schemes and different analogies and all of this craziness, then you start to see the gist of what people are talking about all the time. I don't know if they gonna fix it like on the show, but they got a lot to do, man. They got a lot to fix. It's a lot of stuff to fix, bro. Mm-hmm. Well, it's a lot of people out here who judge because they morally have things wrong. They morally had things wrong. No, Drake has been an immoral human being since the beginning. All the things he was doing. See, they didn't want to believe all the stuff he was doing. You want to talk about the Diddy party? Drake settled his lawsuit out of court. The feds didn't come get him because he into that weird fetish stuff too. None of them. They never wanted to go down that road. No, no, they screwed that up. All right, let me see if I can play one of the Drake songs for you from the leak. Okay, I don't know who that is rapping with him. That's what's his name? Okay, that sound old. Okay. Now, he said trash. Trash. Who knows where I end up when that shit gets old? Maybe it never gets old, and that's just how it goes. Last table left in cardboard, call it. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. This sound like some redundant, old, dated stuff, man. I mean, for real. Drake brand is tarnished. It's he tarnished it himself. When your brand is based on four or five different writers on your album, now what I need to do, and I think I do it, the truth behind Drake and the Weekend beef.
Okay, here's some videos.
Oh, did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. I mean, I didn't mean to tell the TV to do that. But I never explained that. But that exposed early on who Drake really was. Because the Weekend just was quiet. That's where everybody Drake liked him the most about the Weekend was how quiet he was. They tried to do Mashonen like that. Club blowing up on a Tuesday. And he tried to do the Weekend just like he did Mashonen. Club blowing up on a Tuesday. And then Drake was like, I like that song. I got to get on that. Then next thing you know, he's taking all Mashonen's hits, taking all his songs. I never believed my homie when he told me that. Well, see, he's a rapper, so he does show in Toronto. He does show. Toronto is our sister city. That's what, 5 hours away? That's like driving to New York. They used to drive to Toronto to go to the games. For real, for real. They used to drive out, go to the games, used to do all these wonderful things, and Mm. Well, yeah. Nobody liked Drake. It's like somebody who's extorting the rap game, right? And you can't really beef with them because they got all the power in the world. Then somebody knocked them down. They get knocked off their pedestal. And now everybody's like, yeah. Now they couldn't wait for you to fall. They were never your friends. They didn't like you. They had to be cool with you. But you was a fanboy, chasing and following behind everybody. Nobody was checking for you. Yeah, Drake got another song where he's talking about the same thing as this song. That song, he's talking about some, like, what do I miss? He got another song where he talking about everybody switching up on him. It's almost the same thing as what did I miss? It's just a slower version. I swear to God. Wait till you hear it. Can't believe y'all switch up on me. That's alright though. Like, I don't really care though. I'm like, didn't you just do this? Or what did I miss? He got another what did I miss? Then he got a song with, I believe, Cardi. That's Playboy Cardi, I believe, on there. And it's got like the Kanye and Jamie Foxx. Slow jams? Yeah, it sounds like slow jams. But just like a slow, a darker, slowed down slow jams. And that's Drake and Cardi, I believe, on it. He talking about me switching up. I didn't switch up. He switched up on me. Once you switched up on me, I just said okay. I'm somebody that don't want no problems. But when you say you got a problem, I say no problem. That's just how I move. I don't want problems. I be like, look, I don't want no problems. Somebody will be like, hey, I want problems. I say no problem. All right, Joe Budden. He was talking to Joe Budden the whole time. Like Drake here has this need to want to like battle people, then be their friends again. So he could be like, okay, good. Now I won, and now he's under me. Like we friends again. He's under me. Like once Meek made friends with Drake, it was already over for his career. His career was over. Right, Party Next Door. I like Party when he ain't got Drake on his songs, but Party can't sing like The Weeknd. Come on. You took how many songs from Party? Threw them on your. You took all party songs and put it on your album. The weekend let you eat once. See, that was the thing though. I thought I talked about that before. That's what I was like, man, didn't I talk about this already? That's how I was so messed up. I'm like, I could have sworn I did this already. You know, I did so many videos, people be like, man, didn't you do that already? Yeah, I know I did that 5 years ago. I was like, let me go here and pull this up. Five years, Drake and Ludacris beef. That was 8 years ago. Drake and Future beef, 10 months ago. Right. People got to stop with all the nonsense. Start putting respect on the king's name. And was this 15-year-old Drake in Toronto? I'm gonna show you. I showed y'all a picture of Toronto, and that little light-skinned kid in the back who was rapping. Was that Drake? You see your boy right there with the woo wear on. This is like 98, and you see this little light-skinned kid holding a beer can. Was that you, Sloppy? We were in Toronto. Was that you, Sloppy? Holding a beer can. Was that you, Sloppy? Me and Jay Bizzles. I was with Jay Bizzles. Cino was with the ladies, decked out in some woo wear. I don't know where those pictures at. Now that I'm looking at them. Well, he should remember me. After the videos, he definitely know me. But it's now it's not a good thing because of people like academics and everything else. So yeah, he the one had academics do that. Why do you think academics put me in as and got me as talking about the TDE executive? And they talking about it's me. They playing my voice, calling me the TDE executive. It's like, what? Really? Is that what we doing? Okay. All right. We gonna see what it is now. Well, people put their own self in a bubble and then they gotta figure it out. Yeah, they gotta figure it out. When they can't figure it out, that's when they run out of ideas. Yeah, when people run out of ideas, that's when that's when they start coming up with some of anything. Well, let's think about it. Swiss Beats can't stand Drake. Don C can't stand Drake. The Weeknd can't stand Drake. Mashonen can't stand Drake. Future can't stand Drake. Kendrick can't stand Drake. LeBron can't stand Drake. Nobody likes this dude. I'm trying to Everybody can't be wrong, Drake. You a slime ball. You think it's cool to be sleeping with everybody girl and they supposed to just be cool with you. Jay-Z can't stand Drake. Beyonce can't stand Drake. DeMar DeRozan can't stand Drake. Lil Wayne, if he remember, he can't stand Drake either. He just can't remember he felt that way. Kanye West can't stand Drake. Pusha T, well, you already know. But none of these dudes can stand this guy. They can't stand him. Jay-Z still pissed over that art thing, man. Even when they had the conversation about it years later, he was like, damn, you still on this? And he like, yeah, I'm still on that. No, Wale was another one. Couldn't stand that dude. He knew something was wrong. This was about 9, 10 years ago. Because it was Rick Ross, Drake, Wale, and Meek. And they was feeling a certain way. Wale ain't no hater. He's a musician. He was working on his album. I think it was Sire at that time. I think he's working on that album. And he saw dude was kind of acting like kind of funny type. You know what I'm saying? Like thievery, like trying to get ideas off of him and everything else, and concepts, and he's peak game. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, dude, trying to see what he could jack my creativity for his album. Nah, I ain't going. That's because many of these artists that's in the game right now, they don't know how to ignore the facts and get to what they need to get to. Um, hmm Yeah, well, it's a little crazy. You know, you got all of these different takes on Drake's music, but he's got a song about Atlanta, and he's trying to explain the "Not Like Us." Yeah, they're not like us. Yeah, well, they're not like us. Yeah, the "Not Like Us" song is what's like. He's got a song like and talking about Atlanta and how Atlanta is and how it was for him in Toronto. Like he good in Atlanta and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, he's got. I told you he got a song with sound like Cardi, and he's got the Marvin Gaye, the Luther Vandross, Little Anita. He got like that beat, and it's got Cardi, Playboy Cardi on it. No, we never got to see a lot of the greatness that other people was talking about, like the stuff you saying now. We never got to see that because a lot of people had like bribes put out, like they was bribing some people back in the day, like we putting money on people's heads type stuff. So everyone's rocked and blessed with different allegations. Uh, well, no, Drake's album, the production is terrible. You see, this is what happens when you're put on a pedestal too fast. See, when they put you on a pedestal too fast, this is what normally happens. It's a lot of craziness going on. Well, there's not a lot of people out there who are very influenced with or energized with how to get things done the right way. So they take their own liberties to get things done. No, so I've heard 4 Drake songs already on this project, and what I've heard so far is complete madness. Well, when you see things that don't, that's because y'all look at it from that angle. If you look at this album, the way it's being rushed, the way it's being released, it's no real formulaic, like, it's not even done the right way. You don't even see UMG on it. You just see, you know, what's his OVO and some other label he signed to. You don't even see UMG on it. But the production is off. Like it sounded like it was being recorded, like the new song. It sounded like it was coming being recorded from a television or something. The audio was like not really finished yet. When I played it in the car, I could hear the bass covering up for a lot of the mistakes that was going on in the production of this song. and his vocals is just it's just not there. There's no bars. There's no. It's just him whining, and it's like, damn, you've been doing this for 4, 5, 6. Well, what you want to do is make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. No, this is what happened when you don't have your. Yeah, this is what happened when you don't have your team around you. And if 40 was the person around you when you were making this happen, that's because of the way people were moving. Mm-mm. Future make better. Remember they used to say who was better, Future or Drake? Future got him beat. Future got him beat. Future got him beat. Future had a point where he was falling off because everybody was coming off sounding like Future, right? And that album was terrible. The one that had Mask Off on it, he had like a double CD. Mask Off was like one of probably 3 songs on that album that was worth something. And Mask Off ended up being a monster. that was like making all of the money. Yeah, so after it, it all changed. It all went in a whole nother direction. Well, you got to remember, Drake had an album coming out last summer. It never came out. The songs got leaked out on a whole nother website, well, on a YouTube page called Twist, where he put out No Face. He put out about what, four, five, six different songs that was supposed to be on that album, and just released them and put them out in the public. Yeah, well, when you get to a situation that don't usually make sense for the rest of the world, like when it came to the, yeah, when you start seeing the premise for all of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Future's better than Drake. It just had to. It had to get. He makes better songs. In Atlanta, that's who they respect. Well, when people start putting into perspective what they really mean and what they really want to get out of it, then yeah, you'll get something real. But until then, no. Well, a lot of people are caught in a bad situation when it comes to judging hip hop. No. See, that's the misconception. The misconception is that people believe that they actually believe that, like K Dot and do you realize Kendrick can put out two songs and they'll beat every 50, 30 to 40 Drake songs. Think about it. He only put out like what was it, like 10, 11 songs on G and X. Every one of G and X songs streamed more than Drake songs. Every single one of them. No Kill was the big song for Drake, right? Every song on G and X whoop No Kill's ass. Nobody listens to that No Kill crap no more that they tried to push. Nobody listen to that. They don't listen to that album at all. That's because some of the people that was already in the OVO camp, I already exposed it on my Patreon. If you want to know what's going on in OVO, go to my Patreon, Carcino for Life, sign up, become a member, and you'll find out what's going on. Because I've already explained it. So Def, I didn't even know they were still a label. But we're starting to expose that Drake is a real actor pretending to be a rapper. Ooh. Yeah, well, yeah, well, that depends on who you're listening to. You know, yeah, like I said, it all depends on who you're listening to. Said Kendrick. They didn't switch roles, huh? They said Kendrick wearing Chanel purses now. He got a Chanel deal now. He the bougie rapper, huh? They didn't switch roles. Drake's the oncoming artist from the hood now. Nah, they. Yeah, well, they got songs leaking out. That's what you call fumbling a bag. That's what you call fumbling the bag. When you got songs leaking out, that's what's called fumbling the bag. Yet everybody says he writes. I don't doubt that he writes. Yeah, nobody doubts that he writes. You see, the problem is no, the problem is creativity. You see what I'm saying? It's all about creativity. When you don't have subject matter, you need somebody that can give you that. And some people, like Drake, could probably write one or two songs, but to make a complete album, that's why his album sounds like a compilation, because that's what it is. It's a complete compilation. Yeah, because it sounds like a combination of everybody else's record on one record. Well, when you quit trying to fight the narrative and start trying to be the narrative, you start to realize where you really place and where you really matter in the situation, especially in the subject matter. Well, that's what moving the goalposts look like. No, this it's often been a misunderstanding when it came to that particular part. Uh, there's a lot of things that happened and changed in those narratives. Yeah, well, when artists made songs, they put at least even if like when if Tupac made records, he made them quick. You'd have think like, damn, this is a monster. He'll make these songs quick. That's where Tupac and Kendrick Lamar have that work ethic that they can kick in and get introspective. They could make any kind of record there is, and they could do it quick. And you'd be like, how? Because they've already really had this ready to go. Yeah. No, it was a every now and then situation. Drake can't go to the studio and bang out like three, four, five songs. He's not an MC like that. He's an artist. Okay, they gotta curate the song. Somebody else gotta have the song written, and he go in there and recite what somebody else then dropped, and he use his flow that he uses. And Drake is not somebody who mastered a whole lot of flows. It's the same cadence, it's the same delivery. There's no creativity to it, and it makes it sound bland. Where this sounds like the last song, and that song sounds like this song. But when somebody is stuck in fandom, they don't see it right away. They just keep bobbing their head like, yeah, 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 it's a Drake song, it's a hit. But it isn't until someone points it out. Then you start to notice it. And then everybody go, yeah, this did kind of sound like the last one. And then when the Hard Part 6 hit, you see how the effects, it already took its toll. everybody heard the Hard Part 6 and was like, man, it's the same old, same old. And these were Drake fans. To me, it was like a cry for help. It was like a surrender. I give up. I can't beat you because you created this angle that I can't get out of, even though I told you to do it. Now it's worked, and yeah, you got everything like burnt out with that song. I would like it too if it wasn't dissing me. It's like, what are you doing? Uh, Drake Prime was 2009. Yeah, it's a lot of people out there. Uh, no, not really, man. When it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, Drake is an artist and won't be able to catch up. No, I wanted to see Drake actually make a good record. I really wanted to see that. I wanted to see if he could make a good record. If he could shake this off and say, okay, I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to make a good record. I didn't hear any good records on that last album. I really didn't. I didn't hear any good records on that. Everybody's like, oh, you just can't wait to throw it down because you going to glaze anything that's Kendrick and hate everything that's Drake. That ain't that, dog. Believe me. When I heard that Drake song, I said, oh my God, this is terrible. I couldn't believe it was that bad. It was shocking me. I wasn't expecting, I was hoping that, like, okay, maybe he had some time after he got out all these bad songs. Now he got something in the vault. He ready to go. Got himself right where he need to be. And nope, we get the Iceman.
Straight up, it's cat for the bell squad. Word up. This is it. If they don't check to this joint, cat, we got to leave. Straight up. I'm gonna get on the mother. You ready? Look at this, baby. Check it out. Check myself that way in my life. I took that tape from before I made it my life. I know when this shit just fucking. What the fuck? damn sure they gonna jump to. Straight up, man. We gotta get busy. It's cap. Yeah. Straight up. It's cap. For the damn squad. Word up. This is it. If they don't jump to this joint, cap, we got to leave. Straight up. I'm gonna get on the ball. You ready? Come look, baby. Check me out.
Man, it's cap, man. Oh, that was crazy. Throw the water bottle at Big Cap. It's cap. Mm-hmm. Good morning, y'all. Yeah, Sloppy got 4 songs leaked on the internet. Like, most of it is spirit, going around. If you know what you do. Mm. Oh man, those 4 songs was terrible. And I mean, he's got another doggone song just like "What Did I Miss," where he's whining about everybody turning their back on him. Like you, and it's just a slower version of the same song. And I was like, this can't be Drake. And I was like, please let this be auto tune or something. But it's Drake. He's got a song with Cardi. Uh, Sound like some Jamie Foxx, Kanye West. I never tried to go to, I never tried to go to that extreme. My whole thing is my game has never been that. Like I've never pushed that envelope to try to. No, that wasn't my game. Um, it was the huge loss and the L for Drake once Kendrick Lamar put him in his place. He never recovered. Once what happened in Toronto, that ruined him. That completely ruined him. He's got a lot to figure out now. No, no one really cared about that. Uh, we got to start doing better, and once we start doing that, then we can move progressively the way we're supposed to. Things aren't being orchestrated in the right form of. It's just too much madness going on right now. We need to get back to the essence. Hip hop is just it's a mess. Mm. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get out of here, fellas. Get ready to get things situated for y'all. So I'ma holler, get some sleep, and bounce up, ready to go. I'm out. Don't forget to join the Patreon so you can be caught up. Peace.